What is going on, everybody? What's up? This your man Tresvon Pratt with AIM Always Improving the Mind. Yes, we had some technical difficulties, but it's all good, man. We're going to work through everything and we're going to continue to improve along the way. Thank you for everybody that's here. Thank you for everybody that's been patient. And thank you for everybody that's paying attention because we definitely working. We definitely working. So let's go. Excuse me. Let's jump straight into it. If you have any similarity in your upbringing like I had, I've always been told it's better to give than to receive. That's a phrase I've been told. It's better to give than to receive. Is this phrase true? Put it in the comments. Let me know. Is this phrase true? Is it better to give than to receive? Put it in the chat. Let me know. If you're here now and you would like to join me live, boom, you can join me live and we can have this discussion. Is it better to give than to receive? Now, I asked this question. I mean, most questions are pretty simple if you allow yourself to go in depth. If you're if you're a true problem solver, you like to get to the root, you like to break apart the meaning of things, you'll start thinking more, right? You'll get more clarity. You'll think and make more sense of things. And we had already explained how words are magic. Words are magic. Words, that's why it's called spelling when you write. Words are magic. This is how you speak things into existence. So if you're being told repeatedly that it's better to give than to receive, that sticks with you. That hits your mentality, right? That hits your mentality. It's better to give than receive. When I thought about this, I was like, well, if it's better to give than receive, then I'm never on the receiving end. And that makes me feel as though I'm not supposed to receive. I'm only supposed to give because it's better, right? Now, I love giving. I'm a generous person. I love giving, right? Right? I'll give my shirt to somebody. I've given footwear, right? I've given clothes. I've given money and resources. I've given time, thought, energy, things I can't get back. I give. I love to give. And I love that about myself. That I love that part of my upbringing to give, to be a generous being. So I don't have a problem with giving. You're supposed to give. And here's why. Because when you give, you are to receive. That is part of the sowing, you know? Like you sow many seeds and you reap a large harvest. That is part of the sowing. That's part of the shadow. That's what's done in the dark will be seen in the light. That's part of it. So it's good to give. Please be open to giving, be willing to give, and actually give. But is it better to give than receive? I'm gonna have to say no because it's a myth. The reason why I say is not better to give than receive, because let's look at the receiving end, right? It also made me feel like in those moments where I was the one that needed help. I was the one receiving. I had nothing to give. So now I feel shameful because I can't give to who gave to me. Now I feel shameful and I shouldn't receive because of this shame because I can't give. That's what that did to me. That's what that this is better to give than receive. It messed with my mind to make me believe that I'm not looking out for others. I'm not in the right position for me. I'm failing. I'm losing at life because I'm not the one giving. Let's break that down. So now, if I'm only the one giving, how do I view those who receive? Are they less than? And the simplicity of it all is you can't have one without the other. It's a balance. It's a flow. It's not even a balance. It's a flow. In order for you to be able to give, there must be somebody receiving, something receiving. You can't give to nothing. You can't give your energy to nothing. There's never nothing. If you think, you're like, come on, man, we think here. We always improving the mind. We think here. You can't give to nothing. So if you're giving on the other end, something, someone is receiving. It's a flow. So I can't say that giving is better than receiving. It might feel better because of what you've been shown and taught. But truth be told, there is no hierarchy when it comes to this. There is no higher level of giving or receiving. You're either giving or you're receiving. Hell, even when you're giving, you're receiving. If you're able to and you give, and whoever you give to is truly appreciative or it really helped and benefited them, don't you get some type of fulfillment? Don't you feel good? Don't you feel like you just received the blessing? Didn't you ask God to be in a position where you are no longer so good? You got so much abundance that you can give. You receive that. It's always a flow. It's always a flow. It's always a flow. So is it better to give than receive? it is a flow. In order to receive, you have to give. So I started giving